Hello everyone, welcome to today's MCL matchup here. Kila Knights going up against the Tempest Knights. We're just doing the Champions Duel real quick here. We've got Wizardish going up against Bizbo Bapkins, and Wizardish takes out Bizbo with the Blacksmith Hammer. Tempest is going to choose the side here. I'm joined today by Muffmeister.
Oh,
hello.
Sorry about that. Hello. I spaced a little bit.
So Tempest is going to pick blue for the match today, and blue is notably an advantage on peak, but a disadvantage on camp and pit. But I guess Tempest prefers that.
From what I've seen of Kila A, they seem to thrive mostly on just individual talent, right? They're not super formation heavy.
Yeah, I think, well, Kila, they do play coordinated and they use the 5-part shields and things like that, but they don't tend to run things like archers or anything like that, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I think realistically what Kila's goal is here, I mean, everyone's goal is to take a map off and win, but really I think they want to see just how far they can push Tempest here.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going into this thinking they can win.
If you're Kila, you've come off 2 huge wins in the league so far against Hydra. See how you stack up these Tempest guys. While he's playing Archer, actually, he gets killed with the firebomb. Split fight here. Tempest getting the majority of the kills around, but Glassman picks up 1. So Quasi is actually running the loadout that Wizardish was trying out last week. He's got a crossbow. I think his armor setup is a 1-2-1 or something like that, and or naked legs maybe. And he's also got a bastard sword on him, so he takes he goes up the hill, up the ramp there on the stairs. He takes a couple shots, throws his fire pod, and then engages immediately. But if Tempest forces this choke point here, the 4v5 isn't too bad. Fire pod's coming out from both sides though. Kill it with the first pick, casting around to Cyclone, and they're gonna push Tempest back here. Looking good. Lots of Tempest players low health. Teams trading picks. Ben picks up 1 as well. Duel here. Bizbo's able to take out Quasi on Archer. Kila cleaning up the rest.
Instant response to Kila too. 1-to-1. It's good for Kila's mentality to get around so early on, because if nothing else, that gives your boys the impression that, like, hey, we can take it to these guys. Something else too, it's interesting to see that Tempest is not playing raw boner. They decided to give his poor little calves a rest from all that running, so there won't be a rat.
No rat from Tempest, only the Archer. And Bizbo with a really nice flank. He's able to take out Mac Daddy. Cyclone goes down in the 1v3. Wizardish doing work with a greatsword on the other side with some massive 4 kills in the span of just a few seconds. Wizardish getting around the backs of the Kila members, just cleaving through the entire team with that greatsword.
Kind of a shame too, because up until that point, Kila actually had the advantage. That was looking like a Kila round until Wizardish just kind of pulls it out of the hat. But that's why he's the best player in A.
Yeah, you gotta have those players who can have those huge moments for your team. Wizards with some, and Ben picking up that first kill, but he gets a TK. Wizardish holding up nicely in this 1v2, gets the drag off on Bizbo and is able to take out yourself. Huge round from Wizardish here. Once again, Quasi going for that switch. Wizardish picks up a couple more. 7-1-3 through 4 rounds. Wizardish just holding off in the 1v2. Not even just holding on for a little longer than he should, but actually doing damage, which just really led Tempest to win that engagement.
Wizardish is obviously an insane player there, but gotta call out the halberd player on Kila's side. He was not pressuring him hard enough at all in that 1v2.
Wizardish with these massive LMBs picking up 2 right away. Oh my god. And a clean engagement for the rest of the team as well. They gotta engage Wizardish better. He's able to catch some parries, get around Kila, and just do these LMB cleaves with the greatsword where he's hitting like 2 or 3 Kila players every single time.
Wizardish is averaging almost 3 involved kills per round so far in this game, so that's absolutely massive.
Let me see. Split fight here. Wizardish is going to engage in a 2v2. And his side's able to win that fast, but Kila doing pretty well on the other side here in this 3v3. Bisbo's about to get switched on yourself here. 2v3. Nice work from Casimir and Ben, and they're able to pull off the 2v3 against Shug Cyclone. And Casimir and Ben with a great 2v3 there. Switching from Ben with the spear, who we saw was the first star of week 2 in MCL for his excellent performance against Inquisition, showing his prowess once again today.
Must be said too that if Wizardish was having a little bit more tame of a performance, Kila A is actually performing pretty well here. Like, they're actually sticking it to Tempest a bit, so
definitely.
Hopefully we see more contested maps coming up, but right now I don't think there's any team in NA that can really contest against Wizardish in this form. I mean, he's got 19 involved kills and 7 total rounds so far. You know, that's almost 3 involved kills per round still, so that's like astronomical.
Just saw that last map there. Tempest played really aggressively, and Kila couldn't handle it. Kila's going to go for a split here once again. They're going to send 2 around the right. Oh, they're going to again on the hill here. Both teams scared to engage. Overextension from Ben there. He's already flesh wounded, I believe. Or no, he wasn't flesh wounded, but he did take significant damage from the fire pot. Blast Fan takes out the pick. Ben slams in a little bit. Shugs is able to punish the target switch attempt. 2v2 here going on the right side. Tempest wins on the other side. They're going to switch on the opponents and wipe it up. Yeah, overextension there from Ben on that spear. When that fire pot landed, he was the only Kila member pressing W. Everyone else was just backpedaling in. He took significant damage, able to stay alive, but that still really hurt his team's chances of winning that. Once again, Kila's gonna early engagement here from Casimir, and does well to not take any damage. Finally, Mac Daddy with the support comes in for a punish. Quasi entering melee here, trying to get to the backs of the Kila members. Casimir with an early pick. Both teams trading. Wizardish getting around the backs of Kila once again. And Quasi gets a pick there, so first map's gonna go for Tempest, 7-2. But we definitely saw that, you know, Kila can put up a good fight on some of these maps. It just seems that once in a while when you have Tempest playing so aggressively, they're just able to surround Kila, and Kila is not dealing with it well.
The final score was 7-2 there, but it must be said that there were several rounds where Kila was just on the verge of winning, and then Wizardish comes out with a massive flank and gets 2 kills, 3 kills instantly, and just turns the tide. Like, Kila's definitely showing that, like, they can at least contend there, so.
And now we're going to have camp where you have to say that the blue team has a disadvantage here because they have to go through that choke by the cart. So we'll see if Kila is able to take advantage of that choke point and possibly put some more rounds up on Tempest or even take the map. You never know. They have the melee skill to go toe-to-toe with Tempest and hold their own at least a bit, as long as Wizardish doesn't pop off with, you know, 3 cleaves at the beginning of every engagement.
The problem is I'm hearing that Raw Boner is playing in this match, and this is going to be a totally new look for Kila A because they haven't had to deal with this yet. Maybe they prepared for it though, so maybe, you know, we'll have to.
Yep, Rob's going to go 1-1-1 Halberd this time. We've usually been seeing him play short spear with the shield here, but he's opting for the Halberd instead. Kila's going to push through the choke point actually. Tempest letting them come through. Both teams engaging here. Wizards getting that early pick. Rob's in the 1v2 on the side. Goes down, but he was able to stay alive long enough for Tempest to get kills on the other side. 2 1v2s here for both Kila members. Casimir doing his best, but he dies as well. Interesting strat from Tempest here. They refuse to go through the choke. They're just going to sit back and wait.
It's also kind of a perfect example of what I'm always talking about, how teams usually split up and just like spread themselves too thin after the fight starts. You don't see that from Tempest. If you notice, they're pretty much always within a weapon's reach of each other, and you're almost always fighting 2 Tempest members at one point in time. You almost never get a duel, so definitely part of their prowess comes from that, I would say.
Yep, and this time Tempest is going to opt to push in a split fashion around through both chokes. If Kila can push the pace here, they can back Tempest up into the wall, but it's not looking good. We have Rob getting around the back, Mac Daddy picking up picks as well, Wizardish holding on nicely in that 1v2. And Tempest once again just cleans up. We see a few Tempest players were lit there, but Kila unable to capitalize on the damage they were able to deal. Mac Daddy with 3 kills, Shugs with 3 kills. We're seeing a lot of the support players on Tempest able to do big damage. I noticed Mac on that Halberd there doing tons of work.
The thing I love about Tempest is not occasionally, pretty often, Wizardish just pops off and carries, but a lot of times you see a genuine team effort, just constantly staying together and just grinding through opponents.
Kila playing really aggressive here. Both teams are going to trade picks, breaking down into a 2v2 on either side. Yourself gets switched on. Glassfan unable to help his teammate out there. He's going to be in a 1v2 and go down. Kila doing nicely on the other side here, but Rob's able to just run away. He gets flesh wounded, but his teammates are here to help. Not really much Ben can do.
And that's exactly Rob Owner's job right there. As a rat, ideally you want to get two people to just chase you down and just spend too much time trying to kill you, because it just leaves you at a disadvantage and somewhere else on the engagement, you know? Did his job perfectly there.
Let's see what he does again. He's gonna try and flank around. This means that when Kila presses W to try and push Tempest into the wall there, they have to consider Rob's actions. Both teams trading picks once again, breaking down. Rob picking up 2 on that halberd. Gets 3 picks as well, and Kila loses on the other side, so it's another clean wipe for Tempest. 4 of their members still left alive. Not seeing many kills here from Kila like we did on the last map. So far through 4 maps, we only have 5 kills total from Kila through these 4 rounds.
Hopefully they're not getting too much in their own heads, you know. Just play without any pressure. No one's expecting you to beat Tempest. You just want to give it your best and see how close you can get.
Casimir's going to push right up to Wizardish and force the duel on him. Looks like Tempest is able to get those early picks in the main fight, however, though. Self going down, Glassfan going down, Casimir going down. It seems like all Kila members are in 1vx's the entire time. And only one Tempest player goes down as well. 5-0 advantage for Tempest here.
I'm genuinely curious what the method to their madness is. Like, I wonder if in Tempest they have like protocols where these 2 players are in a buddy system and they stick together as best as they can, and if that's how they do it, or if they just have the synergy to where, because you almost never see them get caught off in duels, right? Like, they're almost always together. So I'm wondering if that's natural or.
They're gonna go for the 2v1 on Wizardish though, and he takes out yourself. Takes out Casimir. He's behind Kila. Someone just switched off Wizardish. He killed one in a 1v2, and the other opponent just switched off, and Wizardish got behind Kila, took out Ben and Bizbo. You can't let Wizardish run free like that behind your lines. He's 10-1-6 so far. So comfortable for Tempest every round so far. 6-0 advantage.
It is kind of a shame too, because I feel like Kila started off stronger on Mountain Peak, but that may be Tempest just weren't warmed up or something. But I think they have the individual talent to actually play them closer than they are. I just don't think they have an answer for this level of team play.
Once again, they get surrounded here, but Kila was able to pick up some picks on the other side. He's going to break down into a 2v3 here. Glassfan's got to help out his teammate. Ben with some really nice parries. Comes down to 1v2 for Glassfan, and Wizardish is able to take him out. Clean map for Tempest, 7-0.
Not to go too stat heavy, but that's the second map of the series so far, and Wizardish yet again has averaged almost 3 involved kills per round. So he's doing like roughly like 50-60% of the work on every single one of these rounds in the last 2 games. So I mean, that just kind of tells you the kind of impact a player like that has.
And I think Tempest going all melee was a different animal for Kila to handle there when they had Rob switch in for Quasi. And we're going to see an MCL debut here for skills on the Archer recurve bow. I know he's been advocating for the recurve bow. It's a really effective weapon on melee. He used to play a lot of, everyone used to play back in the day, a lot of short bow bodkin back in Chivalry. And
keep in mind though, Nick Average is in his 40s and has severe arthritis, so you should see if he'll be standing for the whole game or if he'll be subbed out quickly.
Yeah, we'll see if he has the endurance to maintain the whole match. And Kila equipping some Pavis shields here to try and deal with that Archer. Skills getting picks right away, taking out yourself, and the melee advantage Kila had was gone, but Ben is able to kill one. Casimir is able to kill one. They're really pushing Tempest here into this underneath the bridge here. Tempest has no space to maneuver. Dash Chugs goes down as well. Cyclone able to kill Bizbo in the 1v2, but he's going to get switched on. Only skills on that archer is up. He did tons of damage with that recurve bow, though.
He sent that guy flying. Get out of my swamp.
Skills is tagged, 1 hit in the 1v2. Gets off the nice cleaver switch. Finally, Ben puts him down. Kila taking their first lead of the series so far, up 1-0.
Valiant effort from Skills. In his heyday, I'm sure he would have cut through them like a hot knife through butter, but this is not his heyday. Did a lot of damage on the recurve, though. That must be said. He landed quite a few shots there.
Yeah, he was able to kill one before the engagement started, which is exactly what you want your archer to do. And the fire pot comes out there. TK with the fire pot from Bisbo onto Glass Fan. Tempest just cleaning up in the main melee fight. Don't think Skills was able to get a pick there, but he did some damage, softening
he got 3
up
assists that round.
Yeah.
I think it's actually pretty impressive, all jokes aside. I watch Skills' stream pretty often, and for someone who doesn't really play that much competitive anymore, if you watch him play Archer, he still has it. I mean, he still nails shots. Like, he's very, very good with Archer.
Yep, Skills, one of the best archers in North America for years back in the chivalry competitive scene, and it's carried over very nicely for him. Getting 2, getting 3 early picks, 4 picks right away. The engagement hasn't even started, and Skills has already hit 5 shots. If you're Kila, you have to be a little more aggressive here. Yourself's back is just getting absolutely lit up by Skills. He's gonna get pushed by Bisbo into melee. Skills gets taken out. See, even though he got all those all that damage on Archer, Tempest was kind of unable to capitalize. I think Bisbo actually survived. Those Pavis shields really help. It's going to break down into a 3v3 here. Kila looks lower health. They're going to try and backpedal and regen. Tempest pushing the pace here a little bit. Nice switch in there from Cyclone with the spear. Takes out Glass Fan. Bisbo's going to try and get the switch off. Mac Daddy punishing. 2v1. Tempest still wins. A little too close for comfort there, but Tempest still able to pull it out.
Gotta feel bad for Kila, though. I mean, they're starting the engagement off with like 3/5 of their members looking like actual porcupines. Like, it's gotta be annoying just getting pelted by arrows constantly with no recourse.
Yeah, as we've talked about before in these matches with TKA and J-Skill, it's not even just the archer's actual effectiveness, it's the psychological effect of getting tilted by getting hit by arrows every time you're trying to play the melee game, you know. And Casimir's on shield here, and he's still getting hit. I believe he's been flesh wounded by Skills. He basically runs in and suicides as a result. Fight's breaking down here into split 2v2 and 2 duels, of which Tempest has the advantage in all 4 fights. Bisbo taking out 1 and Wizardish TK, and I don't really think... excellent try there by Bisbo, but I think Tempest was kind of taking things casually there once they kind of knew the round was in the bag.
Yeah, not really much to say here. Just we all know what makes Tempest, you know, so dominant. Again, it must be annoying to play against an archer, even if using recurve bow. I mean, it's like a consistent, you know, 60 to 80 damage he's getting per round, if not more.
Yeah. And he takes out Casimir there as well. Kila does very well in the actual melee fight, however, that's taking up his members really.
Kila may have a round here.
Yeah. Skills is still taking those shots. A lot of Kila members are low health, but they still win in melee, and Skills unable to get any picks on that archer despite doing so much damage. His team unable to take advantage. He's gonna run away a little bit here, go up onto a rock, but I think this is gonna be it for him. Yeah.
You love to see justice.
Kila's gonna take a couple rounds here. Some more kills on the board for these Kila members. Definitely than we saw basically the whole of the last map. I like how Tempest here, they're using the archer, but they're still playing an aggressive melee style. Oh, wow, Cyclone just pushed Ben with a teammate and killed him right away, so Kila's advantage in melee is gone. Tempest is going to wipe up the rest of the Kila members here. Casimir able to take out Skills with the Master Shield, but he knows it's over. Gonna give a little teabag for the crowd and goes down. 4-2.
Yeah, as I said, I really hope Kila doesn't get demoralized here. I mean, really the objective is just to see how well you can contend with the #1 team in A. You know, they've come a long way in the last week or so. So they're definitely a rising prospect.
And these are two very old Chivalry Medieval Warfare teams going up against each other today. Really split fight here, just duels going on across the map. Wizardish able to win his. Yourself is going to try and 1v2 here. Both his opponents are low health, and Skills just kills him. You hate to see it. You're 1v2 in, both your opponents are low health. You might have a chance to win, and then you buy an archer. You hate to see it.
That or you love to see it. Depends on which side.
Yeah, the chat, Hism in the chat makes a good point here. Kila is actually an Age of Chivalry team, founded in 2005. They are the team in the scene by far. And Tempest also with a pretty extensive history throughout that Chivalry comp scene. Both teams trading picks here. Mac Daddy holding up in that 1v2. Casimir's gonna come help out. Wizardish comes in to join the fight, gets off a nice cleave with the great start, but gets TK actually
TK.
by Skills.
Nick Average is catching an earful for that one, guaranteed.
Yeah. I don't think Skills wants Wizardish getting too much attention, so he made sure to put him down. He's gonna try and win this 1v3.
They're
He's
both
already
lit.
taken out with the bow. He only needs
Both
to
one
land
hit.
another shot or two on Glassfan to kill him. That Pavis really helping him out. Both opponents very low health. He might be able to pull it off, but he can't. Glassfan puts Nick Average down.
Rewind the clock back to 2015, and we see a Skills 1v2 there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Saber.
He's on 10
Saber
assists.
or short sword.
16 involved kills for him. He's definitely putting down damage. Like, definitely nothing to mess with.
Yeah, and it's making the fights. You know, Kila's got a ragdoll here from Cycle. Off the bridge and goes down right away. Looking good for Kila here. Only Mac Daddy and Shugs holding up in melee. Shugs falls, Mac Daddy falls, Skills falls. Kila 4 maps on Tempest so far. I think we saw Legion put up 5 on the weekend, and that was the closest I think any team had gotten. Maybe North was close as well, but Kila's still on this map. If they can take a map here from Tempest, that'd be the first time in MCL we see Tempest drop a map. Wizard is just slamming right into that 1v2. He saw Yourself was low health, so he was confident he could get that kill. You love to see it. Wizard is getting off the huge cleaves, taking out 3 Kila members already. Casimir killing 1, but it's not going to matter at all. You love to see that aggressive melee play from Wizard there. He saw that Skills had a few tags on I believe it was Yourself for Kila, and he just slammed right into that 1v2. Got that kill right away. Got around everyone and did tons of damage. 16, 6, and 5 here for Wizardish so far.
Yeah, he's been dominant all throughout the series.
And this is going to be match point here. Firebomb coming out from Kila. Works pretty well. Is able to choke Mac Daddy. And Kila doing really nicely in the melee engagement here. Getting kills early. All Tempest members surrounded, but somehow Wizardish is able still to get a kill. His teammate in Cyclone has dropped. Wizardish landing the reverse on Glassfan. Surely he can't win this. Finally, Ben gets the stab on him.
How did he survive that
gonna
long?
Come sneak up on Skills here. And some ragdolling from the Kila members, but they're still able to win the round.
This man was literally spinning around in circles, just parrying like an absolute god. He's got the force on his side, I'm convinced.
Yeah, I don't know how, but I think Wizardish has installed some chivalry hacks, because we saw, I think, a back parry into a off-screen LMB that basically functionally reversed the way he pulled it off there. Kila's gonna go through this tunnel a little bit here. It's because they're so angsty to be aggressive, since Tempest is just gonna light them up on the archer, and they're really gonna get it forward here. Kila's really gonna get punished for going through that choke point, and they're gonna lose that round decisively, and the match is over. 3-0 once again for Tempest. Every single match they played so far in MCL has been a 3-0, but I think if you're Kila, you got to be pretty proud of your performance overall today. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to say what their mentality is going to be like, but if I was a team captain of Kila, I'm not the kind of guy who goes in, like you can't expect to beat Tempest if you're Kila. You're on the rise, you're getting better, but really this is just to see how you can hold up against the best of the best, And not to harp too much on the statistics, but I just think it's impressive that throughout all 3 of those maps, Wizardish was maintaining 3 kills per round, or 3 involved kills per round at least. Like that's huge.
Yeah, I think we've seen Wizardish through some of these MCL matches, trying some loadouts like playing, crossbow with a bastard sword or something like that. But today he just decided to, go with straight up great sword, just regular vanilla Wizardish play, and he just absolutely destroyed them. It was fun to see. He looked very confident in those 1vx's against Kila, and they just couldn't deal with that.
Yeah, I love watching Tempest play any chance I can because they are so good about staying within a weapon's reach of each other. I mean, you're almost never getting a duel against Tempest unless it's Rob Owner and you've sectioned him off. You're almost always fighting multiple people, and they're obviously very mechanically skilled. So it just kind of creates a snowball effect where as soon as one of your teammates dies, they just steamroll you within a few seconds. It's kind of a beautiful piece of carnage.
For sure. So we're gonna wrap this stream up here. We're gonna be back in about half an hour, and the match we'll be covering, it will be either Legion Auxilia versus Hydrate, or Revival Eternal versus Forged in Fire. And then after that, at 10 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna have another good matchup with Team North, the North B team, going up against Hydra. So we'll see everyone for those matches. Thanks for watching. I saw Giru actually hosted us for this match, so thanks for all the viewers that came over from there. Hope you enjoyed the match. And I'll be signing off here. I'm Nathook.
I'm Muffmeister. Thanks for having me.
See you guys.